Hey everybody, Mr. Eric here. Welcome back to the channel and happy 4th of July. This video is a little bit different today just because of it being the 4th of July. I thought this would be a great time to record this video, which I've been wanting to do for a while. And the topic of the video is benefits of buying American gear. Now, I understand that not everybody that watches this channel is an American or lives in America or even has access to buying audio gear from American companies. But all the same, I'm feeling patriotic, and I've had some really good experiences, and I just kind of want to highlight for you just the quality customer service that I've received from 3 separate American companies when it comes to audio equipment over the last couple of years. The first one that I want to talk about is Schiit Audio. And the very first Schiit product I bought was a Modi 2. Now this is actually a Modi 3, but anyway, I buy, as you know, if you've been tuned into the channel, I buy just about all my gear used. And you know, there's not very many companies that really support used things, right? Like after the initial purchase, lots of times, like if you sell it or if you buy it secondhand, like you're kind of on your own or out of luck. But with these companies, that's not the case necessarily. So for instance, when I bought a Modi 2, I got a good deal on it locally. It was missing one of the rubber feet on the bottom. And I emailed Schiit and was like, hey, you know, I just picked up this Modi Magni 2 stack used locally. I like it. I like the way it sounds. However, you know, I'm missing a rubber foot. Can I purchase those? You know, do you have those available still? Things like that. And they actually responded and were like, hey, that's awesome. Thanks. Glad you were able to pick up one of our products. Give us your address. We'll ship you out some new feet. And they did that at no charge. So they sent me new rubber feet, no charge. Now, that was a good move on their part, because since getting that Modi 2 Magni 2 stack, I've since bought and sold and used and currently have lots of Schiit products. So probably Modius Magnus I bought straight from Schiit. A couple of B-stock items, like a Heresy I think I bought used from them, or B-stock from them. I've got a Bifrost 2 now that I bought used, Asgard 3 that I bought new from them, sold it, and then I just bought another one used. And I currently have a Loki and a Modi 3 Magni 3 Plus that I bought all those used. But again, it was all because Schiit, you know, was kind enough to send me those feet for free, that they kind of got me hooked on their shit, I guess. So that's one example of some stellar customer service that I've received. And I would also say that when I first got my Modius, when they first came out, I was having a USB issue, and they shipped me a new one for free, even though the issue ended up being on my end. So just another example of good customer service there. The next example of customer service that I'd like to talk about is with Audeze and their products, because I've owned quite a few of them at this point in time. This being my favorite, which is the LCD2 Pre-Fazor. This is a headphone that was produced in about 2012. And I know that because I emailed Audeze when I bought it and gave them the serial number, and they communicated with me, sent me all the information about it that they had on hand. They keep excellent records about all their headphones, so that's another great experience with them. I also have the Audeze Deckard amp. Haven't had any issues with that, but I love it. And I owned an LCD2 Fazor model, which again, I was able to communicate with them and get all the back details on it, even though I purchased it used, and they even told me that they would still honor the warranty on it if I had any issues with drivers or any things like that, even though I bought it used. And then the really, really cool example from Audeze was I bought used, again, an iSign 10 with a... oh, I'm drawing a blank now. The little inline DAC amp that they have specifically for that headphone. Oh, I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, I'll just have to put the text up. I can't think of it right now. But either way, I had an issue. I did a firmware update on that little amp DAC that they have, and it broke it, and I had an issue with it. And I got in touch with them, and they were like, oh yeah, no problem. It doesn't matter that you bought it used. Just send it in. We'll either fix it or we'll send you a new one. So they ended up sending me the newer model of that little inline amp DAC, and at no cost to me. And I didn't even purchase it from them. Like, again, I purchased that used, and that was like a $70-$80 DAC. Again, I'll link down below, and I'll put the text in what that's called up here on the screen. So phenomenal customer service from Audeze on anything that I've communicated with them about. So there's Schiit, there's Audeze, both great experiences with those companies. And then lastly, I want to talk about, I've got my Porta-Pros here. I want to talk about good old Koss. And the reason why I want to talk about them, as you probably know, if you've heard anything about Koss, kind of one of the things that they've got going for them is all their stuff, even a $20 Porta-Pro headphone, they offer a lifetime warranty on. And so I've always been kind of curious about that, and I've had Porta-Pros in some way, shape, or form for many, many years, probably like a decade. That's probably one of the headphones that I've had longer than anything else. And so I had my Porta-Pro, it went dead on me a few months back, and I couldn't tell why. It just, no sound at all came from it. It didn't seem like, it was weird that it was just both sides and not just one channel or the other. So contacted them, said, hey, you guys have this lifetime warranty, are you good? Can I send this in? And they were like, oh yeah, you can send it in. You just have to include, I think, like a check for $13 for return shipping, or a check for $9 for return shipping, and it cost me $4 to ship. I think that's it. So it cost me $13 for a $20 set of headphones. So it wasn't really worth doing it, because I could have just bought a new set for $20, but I wanted to see what would happen if I sent them in. So it did take a little while, but sure enough, about 6 weeks later, got a new package from Koss, brand new set of Porta-Pros inside of it. No questions asked, they just sent me a new set. And so they did in fact honor that lifetime warranty, even on a $20 set of headphones. So that impressed me. Again, is it worth doing? If you can buy them for 20 bucks new, it's probably easier just to go that route and get them right away. But I still think it's cool that they honor it regardless. So 3 examples of American audio companies that treat their customers right. I don't know if everybody has these experiences, but I thought, being the 4th of July, this would be a great time to finally share these experiences with everybody out there. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a happy 4th of July. Be safe out there with your fireworks, and be respectful and considerate of your neighbors too. That's an issue that we have around here sometimes, and that's rather unfortunate. We all love fireworks, but just be considerate of the people around you would be all I would say about that. And with that being said, have a great holiday weekend. And yeah, stay tuned for more headphone related content. Feel free to like, subscribe. And if you've had some great experiences with American companies, or not so great, feel free to drop those down in the below, and let's start a discussion about it for everybody. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.